Hello, hi, and welcome to the Updates with Brandon Newsman. I am Brandon Newman here with Donnie.
What up?
Heller.
No nicknames this week. Well,
yes, the absence of nicknames. I'm trying to see people as people in May. You know what I'm saying? Turning over a new leash.
It's gonna
and
be
not
May.
the little nicknames that I make up for them. See, when I first meet people, I give nicknames to them because it helps me remember their real names. Other people would put that much work into trying to remember the people around. We'd be a better place. Okay, this is episode 88.5. Check out episode 88, the Harden versus Refs Endgame featuring Jordin Canada. She was great. Knuckle draggers coming in strong. Every time we talk about equal pay for women, they disregard the fact that they came from their mothers. But we're going to do off the top right now, bam, bam. Tom Brady was in LA this week and found some time to work out at UCLA with current UCLA wide receivers. This guy, and that guy. Let's play a quick game of what you look like, Tom Brady. Okay. Because this is only news because Tom Brady and how he looks. So, audience, I'm going to tell you what he looked like. Tom Brady looked like Channing Tatum in 21 Jump Street. Tom Brady looked like the ultimate fun uncle. Tom Brady over here looking like the QB coach his first year out of playing, but you know, he's still friends with his teammates. You know what I mean? Tom Brady is reverse aging is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, we've talked about Pod Tom before and him looking a certain way. This is different. He looks bigger. He looks stronger. He looks like the number one pick in any draft. Like, honestly, the take of him being the best athlete of all time I always thought was ridiculous, and I've always pressed against it. But the guy looks amazing. I don't any position in the NFL, like any football position, he looks like he's a couple of months away from like training into getting that shape. You know what I mean? It's phenomenal. It's amazing. We used to always make fun of our quarterbacks at Notre Dame, like Jimmy Clausen at camp, like dog days of camp. We was all just beat up. Jimmy came and sat down next to the defensive lineman table, and one of my homies looked at Jimmy and was like, "Are you even like what, Jimmy? Do you like how are you feeling at camp? You know what I mean? How are you feeling right now?" Jimmy said, "My feet hurt." to which the D-line like laughed him out the table. "Oh, my feet hurt. Oh, Jimmy, my feet hurt." Tom Brady doesn't hurt because he puts in the work and he puts in the time. And I'm starting to submit. I mean, the guy, he just looks great. Look at him.
Smooth.
Oh, man. Woo! The LA Sun do something to you now. Okay, moving on. The 145th annual Kentucky Derby is this weekend, and the favorite horse named Omaha Beach was scratched from the race due to breathing problems. All right, that's actual real news, but I'm not talking about the Derby right now. I'm not talking about Kentucky Derby. Listen, I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, so I'm forced to talk about the Derby, which is where Churchill Downs is, the steeples, the horse culture in Kentucky is so strange, so weird. I believe when OKC was about to get their franchise, Louisville was in the bidding, and then the governor said, "We don't want an NBA team. It's going to take away from revenue from the Derby and our collegiate sports." Kentucky had a chance to have an NBA team, and they gave up the rights to it for horses once a year. Well, it's that time of year again, and this is my disdain for Kentucky Derby and horse racing. So in Kentucky, shouts out Kentucky and Louisville with Oaks Day today. Friday is Oaks Day. It is for people from Kentucky, Louisville people, surrounding areas to enjoy Kentucky Derby without the high prices that come on Saturday's event.
Are there mint juleps, though?
I don't know. Probably well mint juleps. Was that fair to say? Like a well julep, well mint julep. So anyways, in high school, as a football player, coming up, young Brandon Newman, captain of my football team, Oaks night, we would go out there and clean up after Oaks, getting ready for the Derby. That took many, many hours into the night. It was sticky, hot, sweaty, but you're cleaning up after your people, and it's like, all right, let's get this thing ready for the Derby. Then, after the Kentucky Derby, on Sunday, we get back up at 5 a.m., get on the buses, head back down to the Churchill Downs, and clean up the apocalypse that is left in that stadium after all these people get drunk and throw away the tickets. And it's like, "Oh, did you find a winning horse ticket?" No, I don't know what that is. I don't know what it looks like. I'm tired of all of it. It's not fun. I don't think of the Derby fondly. And then there's house parties on Saturdays you go to with your white friend's house, and they're giving out dollars. It's basically like the Scene in Get Out when he's like meeting everybody. Like, that's what that is. That's what every Derby party is. I don't care what you say. I'm probably going to go to the Derby party this weekend out in LA. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the culture.
See you there.
All I have to say is Churchill Downs, weird. But shouts out to all the hustlers in Louisville, having rich people park on their grass for $150 a pop. Church of Downs is kind of in an adjacent hood of Louisville, so it's a big come-up time for the hustlers with golf carts and water bottles and coolers. So shouts out to them. Y'all keep going. All right. The NBA playoffs continues, and this is the picture we're looking at right now. Golden State Warriors and Houston Rockets, they're up 2-0. The Warriors have a chance to sweep the Rockets, but as Colin Cowherd talked about on the herd, yesterday for you, it's going to be very bad for the NBA if there's a sweep in the series. He doesn't believe in conspiracy theories, but...
Yeah, I don't care, but you're right. Warriors fan doesn't care about the NBA. Warriors fan cares about winning, but yeah, you're right. For the rest of y'all, people going to be big mad.
I say that to say this team, the Golden State Warriors, looks like they could sweep the Rockets. Is that fair to say?
Definitely, but all we did was hold court. And they were right. Close too. The first one was close. So,
and I don't want to bring this up with you because we talk about this a lot. But Steph is he's getting hurt sometimes. He's in and out of locker room. It's the playoff time.
You saw his ankle actually roll. Like I hear what you're saying.
All the injuries we see. All the injuries we see.
This fits a narrative, and I acknowledge that. But at the same time, we're winning. We're playing great team basketball.
So you feel better.
His defense was great.
Wait a minute. You feel better watching Steph Curry's ankle roll versus just hearing or seeing LeBron James hold something. Oh, something pop, something pop, something pop, something pop. Something pop. I prefer the something pop because I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? And you can be out as long as you want. I see the ankle roll, and I've seen the ankle roll multiple times. I'm just saying, Steph Curry, I just wanted to be a little bit more
dislocated a finger last game.
Woo. Portland, Denver, tied up. I'm starting to care about the Denver Nuggets. They play. It's almost if the Titans are the Patriots' little cousin. They play similar. I feel like the Nuggets are like Warriors' little cousins.
I thought you were going to go
Spurs. They move the ball around.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't know who any of those dudes are, but yeah, they're swinging it.
Jamal Charles.
They're swinging it, and they got length, and they play good team ball, and Jokic is balling.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now moved over to the East, Milwaukee and Boston. Milwaukee and Giannis responded very strongly, showing them they can blow out people too.
And Boston reminded us all what they did all regular season, which was like Kyrie was 4 for 14 all of a sudden. And
I was going to say, when Kyrie at one point was 0 for 11 into the game, you're like, eh. But
they hung around a little bit.
They're still figuring themselves out. They're both teams that can just turn it on. That's why the series is such a must-watch. That's why it's so exciting to watch. So what else do you want? 2 big blowouts from both sides. Does anyone feel like either other team has the upper hand at this point?
It feels like a Western Conference series.
Exactly. And that's good to have in the East. It's very fun. Back to that, Philly and Toronto, similar story.
All I want to do when I see Toronto is talk about that run that we went to, courtesy of Earl and Joy at UCLA.
Pascal
I told everyone who would listen this year that Pascal Siakam was going to ball out.
This is actually pretty special because that entire in that run where we kind of mentioned it, if you guys remember, and fans of Maybe I'm Crazy podcast and follow us up until that point, the majority of the Raptors were there in that building, along with the MVPs of Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, LeBron James over there in the corner watching, and James Harden balling, all balling, all doing their thing.
PG looked good too.
What you saw mostly, since it was a pickup game, was the stamp of the Raptors players everywhere on the floor, all of them getting buckets, all guys that even myself was like, wait a minute, who's that? Okay, Pascal Siakam. Okay, who's that? Oh, there's Van Fleet. Like, there are people that are standing out on the court when you're asking names about them. Like, that type of – so it's good to see that come to fruition and Kyrie and Kawhi be a leader in that team. But if I'm being honest, I would rather see the Sixers move on and play the winner of the Celtics-Bucks series, because I really do need Kawhi to come on back to L.A. And I do think if he makes a run and wins a championship, and even gets to the finals, there's a chance that he stays in Toronto, and I don't want that. Those Braids need to be in the sun.
Forget if I was in the NBA. If I was a fan of any other team than the Warriors,
right,
I would be looking at the Clippers like, what's up?
Yeah.
The Clippers are fun, and Kawhi would really put the cherry on top of that for sure.
Yeah, the free agency stuff is going on. Lakers have slowed down. We'll sneak the Lakers in the show somehow in some way because, it's me. Shouts out to the squad. Harley home, but always repping. NBA playoffs. Now they're one game after time. Not a bunch. The fatigue's not setting in as much. This weekend's going to be a big one.
Got features every night. It's going to be wonderful.
Oh, and Charles Barkley and Shaq, thank you for the content again. Chuck, Keep poking the bear. Keep poking the bear. When he mauls you, I'm going to be watching. Shouts out. Okay, we back in here and we checking the tape. So this week we had Jordin Canada in here, WNBA champion. Okay, Seattle Storm, another reason to go up to Seattle. Ball. Love it up there. Love the weather. Okay, she came in here and we put her feet to the fire. We asked her straight up. Joy said, "What's your top 5 point guards?" And you gonna rank them right now. We don't like people putting people on the spot, but she took the bait. Here's what happened.
Who are your top 5 point guards in the NBA right now? Like, rank them. Because we're going to make a list and put it on the internet for people to criticize.
Yeah, of course. So.
All right, in order, I'm very biased, so I'm going to say Russell Westbrook's number 1.
Well, UCLA. Okay. Do that.
Russell Westbrook
number 2, Dame. Number 3.
Playoff take.
Kyrie. Number 4, James Harden. And number 5, D'Angelo Russell.
No Steph?
No, that's I'm okay with that.
I mean, it's your list. That's fine.
Maybe now that you
said
said Steph, I might take D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll put Steph in top 5.
I'll put Steph in top 5.
D'Angelo's playing great, though.
He can wait. I actually got confused because when you said Russell Westbrook, I thought you were starting from 5 and going up.
Oh, no.
So,
I'm
like,
going
now,
from 1 to
I'm kind of
5.
a little rattled. But,
I mean, seriously,
I feel you, though.
like,
I feel
he's gotten three seasons worth of triple-doubles. Like,
I feel you.
I mean,
you can't deny.
We love
with
Russell
the team
Westbrook,
that he has.
He gets a lot of criticism.
Obviously, Jordin is caping up for her homie. They follow each other on Instagram. That's real close. You know what I'm saying? If Russell Westbrook followed me on Instagram, I would not be coming at him the way I am. Straight up, period. I'd be like, dang, remember that time I saw you on a plane, Miami, we had to get off? Yeah, that was crazy, right? Anyways, I said that I thought it was starting from the bottom and going descending order. But a lot of people are saying it should be flipped completely, which is ironic because it's essentially when Chris Broussard gave his top 5 point guards, it was that list inverted. But I'm going to give you my type point guards in the NBA. Donnie's going to weigh in. Hella's going to weigh in. We're going to talk through the number 1 point guards in the NBA to me. Okay? Steph Curry's got to come in the front. Right?
Yes.
Number 1 point guard. Listen, as much as we're living in the Tom Brady era of football in sports, we're living in the Steph Curry era. Seth and Steph Curry.
Seth is playing great this
Exactly.
postseason.
We're living in
He's
the
a
era.
weapon too.
And Seth. Waddell.
Wardell, Stephen Curry.
Listen,
Let's go.
Wardell, outside of his shooting, because obviously, you know me, I like sharing the ball. I like when everyone touches a ball in a scoring possession. Shouts out to the Pistons back in the day. So I like that style of basketball, and Steph Curry can pull up whenever. But when it comes to being a glue of the team, and obviously I talk to you guys a lot about leadership and leading in the locker room as well as on the court, and the way Steph Curry is the glue of that team and also a prolific scorer and arguably one of the top 5 NBA players of all time once he gets done playing.
Best shooter already, people say. So.
Watching him go off in the tournament at Davidson, like learning about seeing him struggle with the Warriors at the beginning, to seeing him react to Instagram by shooting 3-pointers from farther out and just being there shared. Like Steph Curry, I won't spend so much time on that, but Steph Curry is definitely number 1. Number 2, Kyrie Irving, the starting point guard for the Lakers next year. Kyrie Irving is just a street ball player, NBA player hybrid that is so fun to watch. Uncle Drew is not as fun to watch as just a regular game of Kyrie Irving. No shade to anyone. Shouts out to Lil Rel. Love the movie. Love all those guys putting on makeup and dunking on people. Very fun. But Kyrie Irving is a walking bucket. I know people like to say that a lot now, but he started it. He was the shot that got Cleveland to win their championship. I want him and LeBron to get back together. He is a streaky point guard that can take over the game when he wants to, but doesn't have to, and can distribute. He's not huge on distributing, but it's the energy and the flow. And when you see somebody make plays like that, you want to try to make plays like that as well. And I guess the theme is like how they uplift the team. So number 3, Damian Lillard. This is more of a playoff take, I'll admit.
Stock's on the rise for sure.
But being a Oakland Bay Area proper dude, I respect the hustle. I respect the small school, Weber State. Like, you're talking to a guy who went to Notre Dame early on, and if I went to a smaller school, I may have got a sniff at the league. But I was like, you know what? I made it. I'm cool. I'm comfortable. The dog never left Damian Lillard, and I'm so happy for him. And I love that he's a big fan of rap. I love that he raps.
Not bad.
The fact that he is out there distributing and the injuries that they took, he makes the Portland Trailblazers relevant by himself, and I appreciate that in a point guard. And a point guard who can do that and also elevate him to the playoffs in the second round the way he has this year, you got to show your hats off to Damian Lillard.
Is Russ is number 4?
Russ is not my number. Oh, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought you were saying D'Angelo Russell.
No.
Because D'Angelo Russell, shouts out Louisville, like you're on the rise. Wait.
Yep.
Wait, keep going, keep grinding, stay hungry, stay out of LA. Russell Westbrook, the ultimate statistician. Okay, like I understand the triple-double is coming down in value when it comes to the playoffs
still super impressive.
Yeah, but I hear the playoff conversation, I hear the argument, and I understand it, but what he does and what he's averaged over the last 3 seasons and how he's done it and the teams he's been on, I'm not defaulting for that. He definitely should be in the top 5, should be in everyone's top 5. I think the playoffs is going to continue to sour him, but his legacy has not ended. As Michael Jordan said to him when he won the MVP, I won my first MVP before I won my first title. I don't think Russell Westbrook is going to be one of those players that ends up winning a title in the NBA. I hope he does in a weird way, but I want the new version of Russell Westbrook moving forward because getting bounced in the first round last 3 years in a row has to make him just hit the mirror and just take a long look and realize and try to make adjustments for the next move. Okay, so next, the fifth one on the list, top point guards, arguably could be at the top, number 1. Injuries has kind of kept him out of reaching that plateau. Young guy in the league, a lot of promise, like a D'Angelo Russell.
Owned his own shoe company.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now you're really telling on number 2 draft pick in the draft. Shouts out to the family helping that happen and speaking things into existence. Listen, the way I like to watch basketball, Lonzo Ball is top 5 point guard.
Never lost.
Lonzo Ball is my 5th top point guard. Now, obviously, we haven't seen him in a full season play the way he needs to. LeVar says it's because, he gets on a run and Luke would sit him, inflammation in the knees, all the other stuff. Listen, I don't care about any of that. He's bulking up. He's getting his ball body. He is a distributor. He is thinking about everyone on the floor, the time of possession. He very rarely makes mental mistakes from being tired, which is a big fault for players and people that have upsides that can possibly be Hall of Famers. Obviously, if you play in the NBA, there's a good chance you get to the NBA Hall of Fame at the end of the Basketball Hall of Fame at the end of the day. But Lonzo Ball has potential. I'm putting my stock in him. I liked when Jordan originally said D'Angelo Russell at number 5 because I like that last pick being someone to foreshadow.
Right.
And I'm putting my money on Lonzo Ball getting it together. He also is a rapper. Shouts out.
Is it just because y'all live in the same neighborhood? Is that why you're doing this?
Lonzo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? G-Wagon, all the Lonzo's pulling up. You know that one? That's Post Malone. Wow.
I mean, I know G-Wagon, but I try not to listen to Post
Malone.
So.
I mean, yeah. Listen, Lonzo has a G-Wagon. I mean, put his business out there, but come on, man. Come on. In the Post Malone line, it says G-Wagon, all the housewives pulling up. It's a car that you see.
He was sneak this in G-Wagons.
Yes, it's a car that you see women drive around LA. As you don't see a lot of men driving G-Wagons. And those are the Mercedes-Benz SUVs for you guys to don't understand what that is. But anyways, that's my top 5. Steph Curry,
Fact.
Kyrie Irving,
good.
Damian Lillard,
hell yeah,
Russell Westbrook,
boom,
okay, and Lonzo Ball. Check the tape. I am King Comments. All right, guys. Usually we go straight to the YouTube page for the comments. The Harden versus refs Endgame with Jordin Canada, episode 88. Go in there. We'll get in there in a little bit. But I got a special DM from a Max_868 into my Instagram. So this is what it looks like when someone's not following you and they request a DM. I got this yesterday at 9 in the morning. Yo, been meaning to ask you this, but so I don't know this person. We are not friends, but he has been meaning to ask me, why didn't you make the NFL again? Question mark. He is following 442 people. I'm one of them, and he has 0 posts. So Max_868. I didn't go to the NFL because I wasn't good enough to go to the NFL. Listen, when people ask that question, listen, for all the people who are working at Enterprise, all the former athletes working at Enterprise, they get that question. I'm telling y'all, just stay fast, guys. They don't understand. People hear about the success. And listen, I understand. I know I played an All-American game with Andrew Luck. I know Andrew Luck is doing what he's doing, but like that wasn't my calling. That was too much sacrifice. I couldn't put all my eggs in one basket. I was like, if I only focus on the NFL, I don't go to the NFL, what's gonna happen? Right? I put a lot of time in Plan B. And that's why I'm here with y'all today. You know what I mean? Shouts out to the comments. I'll let you know. Thanks, Max, for sneaking in DMs. I'm not going to reply to that, but I hope you're a fan of updates with Brandon Newsman. Okay, now we're in with the YouTube comments. We are here checking them out. What are people saying? I came in there first. Woo! Got the notification, baby.
Y'all
I said,
sleep.
ooh, what? The new episode of Maybe I'm Crazy is uploaded? Episode 88? The one I've been waiting on? I'm going to get in there and leave a comment. First, y'all must be on spring break or something, sleeping. Got y'all. Brandon looking like the Black Michelin Man. That's a great joke, and I heard that before. That's hilarious. Need to wear more white. Miami has the Dolphins. The great. Look, this I'm saying. We talked about this last week. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
I think there's supposed to be a comma in there that you're missing.
I know, and I just read it next. The Bone Crusher reference was a deep cut, not for us.
I don't think that was deep. That's not the deep. That's
everyone
kind of
in the room
surface.
yelled it at the same time.
Yeah,
that's like right on the
Chris
surface.
Is not deep. You gotta get into your repertoire, get in your bag a little bit. That's not a deep cut. Michelle follows Bone Crusher on Instagram. Come on now. Okay, wait a minute. For sure, WNBA players should be getting paid more. I'm here for karaoke for the podcast. We need to set that up, y'all. Just go to we just need to set it up. Michael George's a woman that makes money? How preposterous.
Excellent. I think you're with us, Michael. Thank
you.
I'm trying to read your sarcasm
I'm
in
not
these
opening your
words.
because it'd probably be bad. Miami Hurricanes were going to the Super Bowl before the Dolphins. That's a solid take laced in sarcasm. Guys, there's a bunch of comments. Keep in there. We're fresh. This is the Update Podcast. We're Brandon Newsman. We hit y'all. We out. Watch your games. Check us at episode 89. We getting close to 100. We smelling 100. What that smell like. Greatness. We out.